come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm going to make him an offer, Campbell.
Of the juggernaut, bitch! It's not a tumor. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
2 tricks at the same time.
I am the law!
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win. You die.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Hello, and welcome to Geek Speak. I'm your host, Craig, and got my co-host here, Travis.
How's it going?
And Mike Payton.
Woo, woo, woo.
Alrighty. Alright, so we got the news story of the week here. Let's talk about the SteamOS system. So, well, I honestly, this is a big deal, apparently, I guess, because Steam has a new system coming out. That's that Steambox, right?
Well, that hasn't been announced yet. That's all rumor.
Wow.
What's going on? And right now, if you go to a splash page they have on their site, steampowered.com/livingroom, they've been advertising that they have these 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 big announcements coming up, and they've had a countdown for each one. They just revealed the first one, I believe it was yesterday, which is SteamOS. They still have 2 more to come. Right now, the countdown for the next one is 16 hours, 58 minutes, 35 seconds. So we'll see what that is next. At this point, I can't really figure out exactly what the deal with SteamOS is.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. I know it's free.
It is free, which is cool. That was the thing they said at the very bottom of the page. What I'm not very clear on is what it's for and why we need it. It's very rare we see a new OS announced for anything. I mean, for now it's been Mac and Windows are the big ones. Then you have a few people who use Linux as well. And that's what this is. This is a Linux-based system. And the whole idea of it is that it's supposed to somehow better integrate the Steam games, but how does it handle anything else? Am I going to be able to get my word processing programs on there? Or if I want to, edit music on there, am I going to be able to run those programs on there? What's the deal with this?
Absolutely. You can run music and video and stuff like that. They said it on their website that they're working with many media services, whatever that means. Probably.
Well, that means like Netflix and things
Netflix,
like that.
Probably like iTunes and.
But I'm wondering if I can run Fruity Loops on it though. What if I want to run a professional program or something like that? Is this OS going to be able to handle that, or is this purely for gaming and internet?
First of all, what is Fruity Loops? I thought that was a cereal.
Fruity Loops is a beat-making software.
Okay.
For you to make loops.
All right. I don't know about that, but I think it's more integrating family settings and stuff like that, so you could share video games and media stuff with your family, on your TV. Maybe your smart TV. I think that's what it's geared for.
I can't see this being a smart TV OS. From the way they're making it sounds like this is a computer OS, but how specialized for a computer is this? I mean, is this only for the type of computer that you're plugging in next to your TV and using as a media box? Is that what this is specialized for? Or is this something someone can put on their laptop and carry with them and use as their everyday OS as well?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be for in your living room. I think they're touting it as a whole entertainment center thing. I think really they're trying to compete with the Xbox One with the whole media center thing. Integrate, you know what I mean? Integrate all your PC stuff into one spot, so it's more family friendly, I guess. I don't know.
At this problem, they're not being very clear about it, and I think this is a major bomb. And I don't mean good.
Really?
I mean this is a bomb on their PR department. They have not been very clear on this. This needed a video or a conference presentation or something, and hopefully we'll get that at the end. Once they have all 3 things out, they'll make things a lot more clear. And I'm sure as we learn what these other 2 things are, this may even become more clear. But at this point, it's very, very vague. I'm not really sure what to think about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Travis, you have any input on this one, or?
Not too much because I don't have all the details about this, so I couldn't really add anything to it.
I'm sure the PC fanboys are all like, "Oh my God, this thing is probably blowing their load over this." But
Master PC Race, woo!
Yeah, right, exactly. But other than that, I guess we'll see over the next couple of weeks what happens with that. But as of now, that's all the information that they really provided us.
I wonder if I'm going to be able to run this on a Mac.
Yeah, they said you can.
No, it says you can run Mac and PC games, but I'm wondering if I could run this on a Mac. Like, if I get a Mac Mini, hook it up to my TV, if I could put this SteamOS on that Mac Mini.
I don't know. I mean, that might not work because doesn't Mac always have, like, everything? Like, you have to get Apple products to work on Macs?
No, not even. Matter of fact, you can actually, ever since they switched over to the Intel chip, you can dual boot your computer where you can split your hard drive to having a Mac partition and having a Windows partition, and you can boot up Windows, full Windows, not emulated, but actually booting up Windows on your Mac computer. And you could run absolutely anything in that Windows environment that normally runs in it. So I'm wondering if this will be able to do the same thing. I've never actually done any research to see if Linux works the same way. That's kind of curious.
Probably. I mean, you know, I've never actually owned a Mac computer, so I don't know about that stuff. But because I know Steam is primarily PC stuff, you know, Windows based everything.
They actually have a very good selection of Mac stuff as well. They've booted up their Mac department very well.
Yeah. I know they got some hella summer deals. But yeah, on games and stuff. I mean, as far as the Steam system itself, it's very user friendly. It's great for like gaming. You know, I don't know about music, TV, and movies and all that stuff, but for gaming, I think it's a good deal.
It's created a good community for itself. Now, as far as its software, well, we're going to have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, this is all new ground. Yeah.
On the other digital front, I have an interesting story that I kind of dug up and I found out. There's any of you guys Star Trek fans?
No.
I like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek.
Okay, yeah. Well, for Star Trek fans, they have a new thing called the Data Network, and it's essentially Facebook for Trekkies.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I guess it's for like cosplayers and all kinds of just everything Star Trek. Like, I don't know, but it's set up like Facebook just for those type of people. It's something I just stumbled across. I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, that's pretty sad. I mean, if you're like on that, I don't know.
If you're one of those types, more power to you. Oh gosh, I don't know what to say to that. But if you have something you want to chime in about the subject or anything else we're talking about tonight, please give us a call. We are live, and call us at 760-512-7247.
And please send us the Data Network handle.
And it'd be even more impressive if someone were to call up and speak in other Star Trek languages. Klingon, yeah. If you can speak Klingon, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. If you speak Klingon, call up right now. Definitely.
Don't fake it. Just know your shit.
All right. So, in the digital world, we have some wacky news here, too. In Defense of Animals, which is an animals rights group, demands a boycott on Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay.
Won't somebody please think of the animals?
Right? I mean, how absurd is it?
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Animals.
Oh my God! All right, I don't even know where to begin with this. I mean, beyond it being the most violent, grotesque game there is, they're looking at the animal cruelty.
So have they been protesting like Cabela's games and the Remington Top Shots and all those others as well? Because I don't remember.
I'm sure. No, you know what? No, PETA has been after them for years. And it's funny because, I mean, I guess this was their niche. They jumped right on this one. Jack Carone, that's the guy. That's the guy who's ahead of this thing, and he says the makers of this game have traded decency for money. Encouraging the darkest impulses of young people is not an admirable pursuit.
That is one big pile of shit.
Institutionalized violence against helpless animals. Helpless. It's a fucking video game.
You know what we could do? We could go to that age-old argument. What happens if you equip the deer with a gun? Since it's a video game, why don't we give that a try? That could be fun.
Just equip the deer with lasers.
Yeah, that'll be a fun. Man, why hasn't someone made that yet? That sounds like a fun game.
Grand Theft Zoo.
Give rabbits like ninja stars.
I'm thinking DLC.
Yeah. Oh man.
Modding community, get on that.
Please, Rockstar.
Yeah. I mean, it's really Rockstar. Think of the animals. I mean, seriously.
Thanks for noticing me.
Yeah. He also goes on to say that animals don't need any more targets painted on them in the name of fun. No, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know anybody that just like paints targets on random animals and just goes around and shooting things like that.
I know a few rednecks that do, but
do you though?
Yeah, I do. They're always coming in showing me pictures. Yeah, look at this 6-point deer I got.
Look at this cat I just killed. You hungry?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeehaw! I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's all a ploy for like to gain attention.
Exactly.
I mean, before this, I've never heard of IDA. I mean, and it's just like PETA, what they did with the Mario franchise, with the Tanuki suit. You guys remember that?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was silly. I mean, it really is just a cry for attention. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this much. If anybody from PETA is listening, I just had a cheeseburger for dinner. Are we under some sort of controversy now?
God, I love cheeseburger and bacon. Bacon and cheeseburgers.
How about the McGangbang? Now that's a burger. That's a sandwich, my man.
No, what is that?
The McGangbang. Haven't you heard of that?
No.
Okay,
I've heard of a gangbang.
Okay, well, the McGangbang is what you take a double cheeseburger, the McDouble, and you pull it in half, and you got the patty on each part of the bun, and then you take the McChicken, the whole thing, and just put it in between the two, put it together, and take a big-ass bite. The shit is fucking heaven.
Yeah, and if you survive this thing, what do you get?
You get a gold star about that. There's another one I just saw. I was watching the cinemasnob.com. I know we're way off base. We'll get it back here eventually. They had something called the McChicken and Waffles.
McChicken and Waffles.
Mm-hmm. This is where you take the bun from those McGriddle sandwiches. You take everything out of that, and then you take the McChicken, just the meat itself, put it in between the two pieces of McGriddle, and take a big bite. McChicken and Waffles.
Wow, what a country we live in.
Goddamn right. Now back to this whole thing with the IDA. Go ahead.
You know what? I don't even have anything else to say about this, other than it's a ridiculous ploy for attention from a group of activists that are really not even on the map. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is like one of the biggest selling video games of all time. So I mean, they just jumped on it because it's the bandwagon.
Well, that's the thing, because the game's made $1 billion in 3 days in sales. Yeah, and because of that, yeah, it's in the news. And it's just one company, IDA, who, well, I don't call it a company for that matter. It's just one entity.
It's a group.
A group, whatever.
Yeah.
But the shit fuckers, as far as I'm concerned, anyways. They just want to. They see this is a big story, and they just want to go ahead and put their name out there so they can become just as popular as well. And that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, do you have anything to add to this?
Nope.
No?
No. Don't really see what the big deal is. Especially when you're looking at a game like Grand Theft Auto, is the thing that maybe 0.1% that people will be spending time doing in the game. Is this what we're going to worry about? I mean, this is the same argument we had with on I Got Gameplay this week. You know, people playing this game have to go into it with a good understanding of the difference between reality and not reality. And when you're shooting animals in that, you're not doing it in reality. Just because you're doing it in a game doesn't mean you're going to go do it somewhere else. Isn't it better that someone's just chilling out, eating Cheetos and shooting deer in a digital world than getting drunk and going into the woods with an actual gun?
I mean, there's way more things to complain. If you're going to complain about Grand Theft Auto, there's a lot more things to complain about. I mean, I watched this guy, Trevor, a character in the game, basically rape this girl, walk out of the house, smoke methamphetamines, and then, like, curve stomp this biker dude until he died. Like, but, you know, the animals.
Oh.
I don't know.
I just have one thing just to add to IDA.
Gay!
Thank you.
Now we're gonna get Glad on our hands too.
Hey, I'm all for Glad and all the people who support it. Those guys are awesome.
The Garbage Bag Company?
Yeah, them too. I don't even think like Glad even had anything to say about the Ballad of Gay Tony when that came out for GTA 4 as DLC. I'm surprised he didn't say anything.
Why? What was the big deal about that?
No, I'm just saying, because as popular as that is, I'm surprised they didn't jump on it the way IDA is jumping on GTA 5.
Well, it's not like it vilified gay people. The guy was just gay.
Right.
It made him look the exact same way they make look straight people. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you really think about it, like, these games are really, like, you're desensitized by playing these games. You've seen so much horrible crap in these games this past generation. If it was like 10 years ago, this would be such much bigger deal. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
so I'd like to see someone come up with a hot coffee mod for the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Oh, God. I don't think I'd want to see that. This game has full frontal nudity in it, though.
Yes!
Yeah, I watched my friend like sit in a strip club for like an hour and a half, just like fondling this chick. Like really? Oh my God! How long did it take him to come up with this one? I don't know. It's a good game though. Other than that. But yeah. So we got this week in television, guys. Another big story. The Emmys was this week.
Yay, and I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too. I think it's a bunch of crap, but you know what? It's a big deal in the industry, so I guess we could talk about it. Let's see. Let's go over the winners. What do we got?
Let's see. We'll take a look at winner for Best Drama Series, and the winner was Breaking Bad.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I keep telling you guys, you got to watch this television show. It's so freaking good. I mean, I'm really sad that it's ending. I think it definitely deserves an Emmy. This season was pretty crazy. I mean, this whole show was really good. The nominees, though, honestly, I didn't even watch, like, Downtown Abbey. I never seen that show. You guys watch that?
I have been meaning to watch it, and I keep missing out on it.
I don't know.
But
Homeland?
That's on Showtime. I don't get Showtime.
Oh my God, Game of Thrones. It won over Game of Thrones.
Yeah, oh my God. Of all TV shows.
Yeah. I would think Game of Thrones would have won over that, but hey.
Yeah. Even beat out Mad Men, which is the same channel. You know? Yeah. That's cool. Well, not cool for Mad Men, but that's still a damn good show.
Mad Men's a great show.
Yes, it is. God damn it, is it.
Yeah, I like that show a lot. It's a little slow, but I mean, it's just like all these shows. It's like every show that I watch, you got to watch every episode, or if you miss an episode, you're SOL.
Yep, that's
You know what I
right.
mean? Yeah. And then what do we got? Comedy series. Who won? Modern Family.
Have you guys watched that show before?
Nope.
No, but the commercials look terrible.
Oh my God. But look at the nominees: Big Bang Theory.
Awful.
Oh, Girls.
What?
Louis.
Stupid.
Louis good.
Louis great.
Yeah. Louis a lot funnier than Modern Family. But you know what? I guess it's like basic cable television show went out over FX show. I don't know.
Yeah, and it beat 30 Rock, which wrapped up its final season last year.
Yeah. 30 Rock wasn't bad.
The 30 Rock was good.
It was. I liked the first season. I thought it was pretty funny.
Veep. That beat out Veep.
Veep? The fuck is Veep?
Yeah.
That's the show with Julie Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld. Yeah, beat that out. I didn't even watch it. I don't know what it's about.
Damn, I guess.
Yeah.
This just shows you how terrible television is right now.
You got some guys who you read down the list and you're like, what? No, I haven't seen that. Yeah. But, good on Modern Family. I'm sure it's a great show. Yeah.
I'm just glad they're not giving out Emmys for, reality television.
I'm telling you, all that shit.
Oh.
Anybody who says that reality television is the real thing are so full of shit.
Kardashians win third year in a row.
I hate to tell you, but they do have an outstanding reality competition program award. It was won by The Voice.
Well, that's better than American Idol. I can't stand that show anymore.
I don't think American Idol's even on the air anymore.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not the original people. Let's see, The Amazing Race, Dancing with the Stars, Project Runway, So You Think You Can Dance, and Top Chef were the nominees.
Oh, that's
What?
horrible.
Nothing from True TV is nominated? Holy shit. Now, that's a channel that's a fucking disgrace, True TV.
You don't say.
I do say. Everything on there is fake.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
Okay. Lead actress in drama series, Claire Danes for Homeland.
Never watched it.
Me neither. I mean, I don't even know. I think I saw a trailer for it. It seems pretty interesting. I don't know. It's on Showtime, though.
Man, the Emmys are stupid. Rain to Castamere didn't win Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series. Are they out of their minds?
Yeah.
An episode of Homeland won? Really?
Man.
Yeah, it's whoever's knob you have to wax. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, lead actor, Jeff Daniels, The Newsroom.
That's a good show.
Is it?
It is really good.
What's The Newsroom about? Is it like Anchorman?
No, that'd be awesome if it was, but no, it's about this news channel, kind of like Fox News, if you will.
Oh God.
Yeah. But actually, it's a nice ensemble cast, and Jeff Daniels winning for Best Actor or Lead Actor in the drama series. Kudos. And he's going to be in the new Dumb and Dumber movie when that comes out.
New Dumb and Dumber movie?
Yeah, they're coming out with another Dumb and Dumber movie, and this one actually is a sequel.
And it's called The Dumbest Movie Ever?
Working title in progress, yeah.
All right, we got lead actor in comedy series. Winner, Jim Parsons, Big Bang Theory. All right, Big Bang Theory is a show I cannot freaking stand. I can't stand that show. I can't sit there and watch it. Why does everybody like that show? What is the appeal to the Big Bang Theory?
Because it's cool to be into nerdy stuff, and people like to watch and be like, oh, they're referencing Batman.
I know that they had one episode with a guy who was hooked on World of Warcraft, and the whole show revolved around that.
It was actually first of all, I'm a fan of Big Bang Theory, but to each their own. We'll sell at that. But it was actually the Penny on that show. She got hooked to it and just spent the whole episode just obsessed with it.
Oh, well, that was a big difference.
I spent all of 3 months hooked to World of Warcraft.
I gave it 15 minutes and decided it wasn't for me.
It wasn't very interesting. I don't know. I could make a whole episode of my life sitting there just drooling, playing a computer game like that, but oh man! All right, lead actress in a comedy series, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep again.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I gotta have to check this stuff out. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Michael Douglas won lead actor in a miniseries or movie.
Behind the candelabra?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I'm going to have to get on some of these shows. You ever watch that show? Anybody?
No. I know that he beat out, excuse me, he beat out Matt Damon, who was in the same movie.
Yeah. Well, I think Meth Damon in Breaking Bad is much better.
I'll take your word on that. I have to still check that show out. I'm going to, guys, I promise.
Oh, that's awesome. I just got a text message from Dave, another co-host of ours. He said he'll be on in a few minutes. So that should be interesting.
Yay!
And oh, man. Oh, this stuff is so ridiculous. What do we got here? Supporting actor in miniseries, American Horror Story. I watched an episode. That's a really confusing show. You ever watch that, American Horror Story?
Never seen it.
No? All right. Variety series, The Colbert Report, again.
Good for him.
Yeah. That guy's head couldn't be any larger.
Yeah, for a variety special, Louis C.K., Oh My God. On HBO.
Oh, yeah. It's on HBO now? Or
I think it's a comedy, like a stand-up special or something.
oh, okay, yeah. Louis C.K. is really great. I mean, he was around in Poughkeepsie not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Yeah. Let's see, and then finally, I mean, I know there's quite a few more that we're missing, but let's see, what's the cream of the crop here? The biggest one. Oh, here's a good one. Best directing for a variety series, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, God. Saturday Night Live hasn't been good since, like, 2001.
No, it hasn't been good since 94.
Like Wayne's World.
So this one, actually, no, I take it back. The last time it was really good was the last time Will Ferrell was part of the cast.
Yeah, it was like 2001.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, we'll give it 2001. Since then, it's been shit.
Yeah, pretty awful.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have seen the Emmys, definitely, hey, give us a heads up. Tell us what you've seen, watched, and all this other great stuff by calling us at 760-512-7247.
And please give us your opinion on what shows you like to watch and how you feel about the winners and the nominees. Just give us a call, and we'll move on to movies. All right. I've noticed there's a huge amount of it's just superhero movies that just flooded the scene for the past like 10 years. I feel like that's like all there has been, but you know, some of them are pretty good. Travis, what are your favorite superhero movies?
Let's see. First of all, hey David, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Welcome to the show, Dave.
Yeah. Forgive my tardiness.
No worries. It's okay. We're good. Let's see. To answer your question, favorite superhero movies. I want to say Watchmen because it's technically not a superhero movie, but I do love it a lot.
I would say The Watchmen would be a superhero movie. It's comic book based.
Yeah. I mean, got Dr. Manhattan. He's superhuman.
I thought the Avengers was really awesome.
I got that on Netflix. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, you haven't watched that yet?
Okay. Now,
what is wrong with you?
I'm surprised. Damn it! I'm sheltered. But I will say I've seen all three of the Iron Man movies. I think a third one. A lot of people. It's kind of a mixed bag for the third one, but I liked it.
Oh man, I loved Iron Man. Iron Man was great.
Iron Man's fucking great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Geez, that's a tough question because I've seen quite a few superhero movies. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll just say Iron Man 3. That's the best one.
Iron Man 3. See, I didn't see that, but I think Robert Downey Jr. is one of the best actors of this generation, honestly.
Oh God, yes. God, yes.
Oh, he's so good he's so good as Iron Man. As Tony Stark, I love it.
Now that he's clean and sober, yeah, he's awesome.
What about you guys?
I'll tell you what movie I did not like. I'll tell you, Man of Steel to me was, I liked it at first. When I first saw this movie, I liked it. The second time I saw it, I snored, literally, in the theater.
Yeah, I just popped my head. My brain finally decided to kick in. I do remember my favorite superhero movie of all time. The 1989 Batman.
Yeah.
That is, nothing can touch it. Nothing.
Yeah, I think it's better than the new Batman movies, honestly.
I can't base that judgment because I haven't seen any of them, so I'll take your word.
You haven't seen any of them? Man, Dark Knight's really good. You got to watch that.
While you guys are talking, I'm going to go ahead and load up Netflix on my 3DS, and I'll try to punch in Batman Begins and try to get the other ones.
So, Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
And what's your favorite superhero movie as of late?
Avengers. I would have to say Avengers.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the most recent movie I've seen, there's... I kind of just like the way Hulk and Thor kind of go at it in the end. Not that they go at it, but
Oh yeah, I love the Hulk movies to me were awful, but I think the Hulk is great as a side character. You know what I mean? And it worked really well in the Avengers, just because you're just a monster that's just let loose. I think it worked really well. Other movies that I really liked that came out recently, recently-ish, X-Men First Class.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good. I think it was better than the other X-Men movies. I mean, the first X-Men movie was good, but it's first two. X-Men 1 and X-Men 2 were really good. But I probably enjoyed X-Men First Class the most. That and the Avengers.
I like the X-Men First Class. I like the Wolverine origin.
I like the first half hour of that movie. I thought that was really awesome. And then the rest of the movie kind of just dragged on.
I guess, but it was still pretty good.
It was okay. Yeah. Did you guys see the new Amazing Spider-Man movie?
No, I have not.
No?
Nope.
That was pretty good. I think it was a little too soon to remake, just restart the franchise like that. But it worked out okay.
Well, 1, 2, Spider-Man 1, 2, the first three with what's his name, Tobey Maguire. They were pretty popular. So I mean, Hollywood's always looking to turn a quick buck, no matter what.
It's not even just that. They had a certain amount of time that they had to make another movie, otherwise that they were going to lose the rights to making Spider-Man. And the last thing they want is for Disney to get the rights to making Spider-Man 2. Then they're going to have a monopoly on the Marvel series. So Warner, whoever has a hold of Spider-Man, is it
20th Century Fox.
20th Century Fox. That's what
wait. No, it's a Sony company.
Whoever.
Columbia.
Okay. Columbia has it. They want to make sure they get to keep a firm grip on it. So that's why that movie got made.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Disney does with some of these movies too.
Anybody a little nervous about Disney with Star Wars?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think everybody is.
I'm not. I'm confident. Why would you be nervous, man? Disney has a very good track record right now. You're just talking about how much you love the Avengers, what they've done with the Iron Man series. Look at what they did with the Muppets. Disney has a fantastic track record of taking over these franchises and keeping them going really, really strong. Not to mention they have J.J. Abrams at the hilt. They got, what's his name? The guy who does all the scoring. I don't know why I'm blanking. John Williams. I have John Williams doing the score again. They've already stated that they're going to be shooting the movie on film, not on digital, but they're going to be shooting it on good old-fashioned film. So we know it's going to look fantastic. So I have nothing but confidence about this movie coming up.
I'm just worried because Star Wars is a different animal. You know, it's got such a large, like, history, not even, like, lore, that they could easily just, like, screw up or just plot hole the crap out of the movie.
Well, I think what we're going to be seeing is a lot of retroactive erasing of a lot of things that we saw in the prequels, but I don't think anyone's going to be too upset about that.
As long as I'm not seeing Jar Jar Binks, I think I'm a happy camper.
I think the first thing they have to do in Episode 7 is put some kind of line in there where they're like, yeah, remember when those idiots thought midichlorians is what causes the Force? Man, thank God we proved that wrong.
Well, in good news, I'm pretty sure that they got Harrison Ford to sign on.
Yeah, they got a lot of the older cast. That's cool. I hope they're not too big of parts, but if they want to have him be passing, you know, little bit of a knowledge old man pop in, pass some advice to the new people, they could do that.
Oh, come on, it's Harrison Ford.
He's like 70, dude.
But
what's he gonna do?
Everything. He's Harrison Ford.
What I also think is really neat is that they're not just doing the main franchise movies, but they're talking about these ideas for spin-off and origin story movies, which I think will be a lot of fun.
Origin story, like what? Like
a Han Solo origin.
Yeah, like they'll do. I mean, they could be a Han Solo. I could think they could find better characters to do it on. Someone like Boba Fett, I think, would be an excellent person to do an origin story movie on. You know, someone we didn't really get to see a lot in those movies and get a lot of understanding of who they were.
I don't think Boba Fett would be a good one to choose. People keep saying that. I don't think that's a good one to go.
I think he could have survived the Sarlacc pit and then gone on.
I think someone said that would be part of the origin story. Is how he survived, if he survived.
There was a rumor that there was actually a scene that he did survive, but they cut it out or something.
Well, they put Darth Maul back together for that miniseries.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was great. I love Darth Maul, man. And I was like, they killed him so fucking easily. I don't know.
Darth Maul could be another guy they can do an origin story for. I mean, it's really that's why I hope they don't go with someone like I've heard Han Solo, which I think is absolutely unnecessary. Yoda, which I think would be stupid. Like, I want to sit there watching a whole movie of him talking backwards, unless he talks normal for most of the movie, and then he gets like dropped on his head or something, and that's what causes him to talk all fucked up. Because then that would be funny.
Or someone shoots at him and he just casually moves his head to the side a little bit.
Oh my God. They're making an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, Dunn didn't own that, man. 2015 is going to be one of the biggest years in nerd movie history.
How Ant-Man, dude?
What the hell is Ant-Man?
He's part of the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I never...
Yeah. Oh, my God. More about Batman versus Superman, too.
Batman vs. Superman 2. There's a new Terminator. There's a new Jurassic Park. I think there's a new Finding Nemo.
Jurassic Park. That's got to be interesting. I would like to see that. I would like to see a revival of Jurassic Park done right.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a whole new trilogy. We're supposed to get a 4, 5, and 6.
Who's at the helm of that one?
Steven Spielberg is actually the head producer, but I forget who's directing it. I think it's the guy who did Safety Not Guaranteed.
Right.
I can't remember his exact name, but I did like Safety Not Guaranteed. So I'm confident with him doing it.
So they're going to make a new trilogy?
Yes.
Hold on to your
I don't think I saw part 2 and part 3 originally.
Worth checking out. I mean, 3 was kind of meh. 2 was good. Lost World.
Lost World was good. The third one didn't make any sense.
Well,
that was ridiculous.
It was a good action summer movie type thing to watch some big dinosaurs on your screen. That's all it was.
Yeah, but the thing about Jurassic Park 3, well, I'm just saying.
That is one big pile of shit.
Exactly. Oh, man. New Avengers movie coming out, Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then, what else we got here?
Is that the year Guardians of the Galaxy? That's 2014.
What's that?
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's kind of like the B team of Avengers. I guess.
V Team.
Yeah.
I would like to see a Justice League movie.
We are seeing a Justice League movie.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what characters are going to be in it? Do you know?
Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman, Superman. I mean, that's what these the Man of Steel and the Batman vs Superman is leading up to. It's just like the same thing they did with Marvel. All these movies are creating a universe that's going to lead into a Justice League movie.
Oh God. I don't know.
Green Lantern's supposed to be a part of it. And all these people are supposed to get their own movies as well, but as opposed to like Avengers, where they had a lot of movies leading up to the big one, they're only going to have, I believe, it's going to be the Man of Steel and the Batman vs Superman, and then Justice League's going to be the next one.
Oh man, there's so many movies. There's a new. My friend just texted me. And he's talking about there's a new RoboCop movie coming out.
There is. And
oh man, I hope they do it like they did Judge Dredd.
No.
Make it dark.
No, not like good dark. They made RoboCop
dark and
black.
gritty.
No, they made it very just explosion, actiony, Michael Bay-ish. It's I'm not.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, like
I was thinking of the original was kind of like that too. It was very like.
Yeah, but the original was.
No, the original was very graphic, and they cut a lot of the graphic stuff out. Like rather than being shot to death, and that's what deforms him into having to become RoboCop, he like goes into his car and the car explodes, and that's what deforms him into RoboCop. And now his suit's all black, and it's just like, oh, he's just like Batman. Oh, he's cool, right? Yeah. No, I'm not too excited about the RoboCop remake.
No.
Kind of.
I was when I first heard it, but after I started seeing production stills and then I saw the trailer, I'm pretty off on it. I'll still give it a chance. I'll still check it out because I love RoboCop, but. Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see because there hasn't been a RoboCop movie in a long time, so.
Hey, it's got Gary Oldman and Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah. Oh, Samuel L. Jackson's in everything. Oh, there's also a reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, fucking God.
What? That doesn't agree with you, Travis?
2 words. Megan Fox.
Oh.
Really?
God.
Megan Fox is April O'Neil, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, how big of a part is April O'Neil? I mean,
I don't know. No.
Why can't she play? What's wrong with her playing April? It's like April O'Neil was a hugely important role. It was just some dumb damsel in distress, and Megan Fox can play that part great.
I don't care. Megan Fox, I don't like her.
You're just being a hipster. Get over it.
Why don't we just dress up a mannequin with a freaking wig and just put it in there?
Oh, great. But at least they did change a little bit where they're not aliens, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I almost shit my pants. I was like, no.
I'm sorry. If Michael Bay has anything to do with it, I know it's gonna fucking suck. I'm sorry. I like Transformers.
Are you serious? Michael Bay has made a lot of great films.
He may have, but his latest track record, I'm impressed with it.
What good movies does Michael Bay have? I mean, really?
Armageddon.
Awful.
Armageddon.
Awful.
Armageddon was fantastic. What are you talking about?
Terrible.
That was trash. I'm sorry.
Please.
It was all held together by that goddamn Aerosmith song.
I did not watch it then. It's a fantastic movie. He produced the most recent remakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Amityville Horrors and Friday the 13th. He did Bad Boys. Bad Boys was fantastic. He directed The Rock. He did all
that was good.
He did all of Meatloaf's best videos. He did a lot of fantastic music videos.
He did
actually.
Meatloaf's videos?
Yeah, he actually started off as a music video director, and all of his work is fantastic. I mean, he's just found this niche for himself over the years of doing these summer blockbusters, and now that's what he's expected to do. But he still is a very talented filmmaker, and if he really wanted to put a lot of good work into it, he can do it. And keep in mind, he's not working as a director on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's just a producer. He's just there to gain some extra background knowledge.
AKA, he's just whispering to the director's ear what he should be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I think Transformers killed it for me with him, man.
No, really?
Yeah.
I love Transformers.
It was just an explosion. It was fireworks. It was eye candy.
eye candy with a weak-ass story.
Oh, what? Like the story to Transformers was so fucking in-depth and awesome?
Yeah, man.
If you're a hardcore fan, it sure is.
I bought all those little fucking toys.
Yeah, because it was a commercial to sell you the toys. There was no story. What the
Yeah, but come on, the cartoon, come on.
Stop being nerd hipsters.
The
cartoon was
anime was
Christ. Nerd hipster.
Oh, come on.
But, yeah, I'm just, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'll go into it. I'm going to kick myself for giving my money away, but I'll give it a chance.
Well, I'll tell you, everything right now...
Fox. Fucking don't like that bitch.
Everything that's Ninja Turtles right now is actually pretty freaking awesome. I don't know if you've checked out the show that they have on Nickelodeon right now, but it is
it's good.
The best cartoon of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ever. Far surpasses the 80s cartoon and, of course, passes the 2000s cartoon that we had. There's a couple of new video games coming out, one of them being made by Rocksteady, the same people who made the Batman Arkham games. That's supposed to be absolutely fantastic. So I think the movie will be a good addition to what we got going on. Where the hell's that noise coming from?
Sorry. That was my phone.
Honestly, the only actor or actress that I recognize on this list is Megan Fox. All the people playing the Turtles, I'd never even heard of these people before.
You don't know who Whoopi Goldberg is?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but she's not playing like a Bernadette Thompson. Who's that?
That's the police chief.
That's the police chief?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. Whoopi Goldberg. I haven't seen her since like Sister Act.
She was in a Star Trek movie, wasn't she? And she was in The Little Rascals. And then she does a lot of like those positive thinking rallies for kids.
And she's married to what's his name? Ted Danson.
Ted Danson? Really?
Are they married? I thought they were dating, but that was like a long ass time ago.
They were either married or hanging out still. I don't know. Married or together, like one of those couples that just never got married.
So I'm looking at the actors that are playing the Turtles histories. Not much to speak of. Let's see. This one guy was in Final Destination 2.
It's a good track record. You know what, though? It's kind of good that they have all these new guys on because, you know, you're not expecting a certain performance out of them, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you go back and you look at the original Turtles. I mean, there was that one guy who was in, like, Family Ties or something like that, and the rest of the people were all unknowns.
The one guy that was in Family Ties?
Yeah.
Talking about Casey Jones? Whatever his name is?
Yeah, is there a Casey Jones in this? I don't see it.
I don't know. That's a good one. I think
so. Come on.
I know that Will Arnett is going to be in the movie, but I don't know if he's going to play Vernon. I've heard someone say that he's going to be the voice of Splinter.
No,
wait, sorry.
Danny Woodburn is Splinter.
Yeah. Who's voicing Shredder?
William Fichtner.
Well, with any luck, they'll be getting Uncle Phil back.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Oh man, no, I don't know. I'm half excited for it. It's not. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll give it a chance.
Oh man, it's produced by Nickelodeon Movies.
Oh.
Yeah, Nickelodeon owns the Ninja Turtles now. They bought all the rights. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whatever. I'm going to go into it with somewhat of an open mind, but I'm very leery.
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, with all these movies, you never know. I mean, it could be a flop, or it could be really the best movie you've ever seen.
It's too early to tell, so yeah.
Man, another Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, come on.
I think it's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a
reboot. Because the last movies were so horrible.
Well, isn't that a reason to reboot it then?
Absolutely.
You know what, though? Everybody's
People are never happy. Jeez.
Everybody's like, you know, the Fantastic Four, it was so cheesy, but you know, the comic book is really like geared more towards younger audiences. Everyone, you know, ever since freaking The Dark Knight came out, or even just Batman Begins, everyone expects every superhero to be dark and brooding and emo. You know, we can't have cheesy superheroes anymore, and that kind of annoys me. Like, I'm tired of going and seeing these emo superheroes questioning their worth and their place in society, and
yo, I don't want to do this. Why was this handed? Why was these responsibilities given to me? Wah, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
I'm Batman. My parents are dead.
I'm brooding superhero stereotype. I feel you.
Let's get a Deadpool movie out.
This is why I kind of hope the new Superman versus Batman with Ben Affleck playing Batman. I think the best thing that he could do is go for like an Adam West kind of Batman. Just be completely cheesy and lame and really corny. And I think that would be really funny because Superman's already positioned as the brooding
but they did that already.
dark one. So this one, Superman could be the brooding one and Batman could be the silly one. It's a complete opposite.
I did a silly Batman. It was Batman and Robin with
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
16 years ago.
Just bring him back in.
But here's the thing. I will defend Batman and Robin for a few reasons. Number one, they had a pretty good cast. I will give it that. I mean, and the story, not too bad.
Batman and Robin, you said?
Yeah.
Had a good cast?
I thought it did.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger, Uma Thurman, George Clooney. Those are big names.
Yeah, but
here's the thing.
Didn't belong in a superhero movie.
Well, that's another thing too. But we also have to keep in mind we shouldn't blame the actors who were in the film. It was the people who were making the movie, the director, Joel Schumacher, the producers, the writers, the casting directors. They're the ones who fucked up, and it's not the people who were in this movie. It wasn't them. Hell, they were doing it for a fucking paycheck, and I thought they did a good job considering the bullshit that they had to go through.
I think it's a very watchable movie. I think it's very overhated. It's not a masterpiece. It's not going to win any Oscars or anything, but I thought it's a fun movie to put on once in a while. And I'll tell you what, it makes a great riff tracks.
And also, it's a good popcorn movie, too.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I will defend it. And I will
disagree, Dave? You didn't like it?
I got to be honest. When it comes down to those original Batman movies from the 80s and 90s, I'm a Michael Keaton fan.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was awesome as Batman. But you know, it's funny because everybody was saying back then that he was going to be awful as Batman, and he turned out pretty good. And that's why I'm not discounting Ben Affleck yet.
Has there ever been anyone that when someone heard they were Batman was like, this guy's going to be great? Like throughout history, ever? Has there ever been a person who like, that's a good Batman? No, not a single one. So, I mean, we're past that phase now. I think people are done bitching about it. You know, you'll hear a passing joke once in a while, but...
Wait, did you say they're done bitching about it? Because if I remember a couple of weeks ago, everybody was bitching about it.
That was 2 weeks ago. Time moves fast, Craig.
I know. Internet time, that's like a couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then you always got people who just seem to drudge on about it. And I agree. So every single Batman that's come out, when they announce who's going to be playing it, yeah, a lot of backlash. But do they always turn in a good product? I think so. I mean, like I said before, with Batman and Robin, George Clooney, I thought he turned in a good performance.
Yeah, Val Kilmer was pretty bad.
Val Kilmer. Yeah, speaking of
Val Kilmer wasn't as bad as George Clooney.
No, George Clooney was way better. George Clooney was a fantastic Bruce Wayne. Val Kilmer couldn't nail either parts.
I thought he was a good Bruce Wayne, not a good Batman.
And speaking of Val Kilmer, have you seen him lately?
Oh, he's fat.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened?
He just wasn't the in thing anymore and got upset and ate, I guess. So,
and ate?
I don't know.
He wanted to do Top Gun too.
He wanted to play the part of the battleship.
Holy crap. Well, tell us, audience, what do you think? Would you like to chime in on this? Just give us a call at 760-512-7247.
Hey, please call.
Please, somebody.
Please, somebody. No, but yeah, if you got something to chime into this, please give us your input because
Can't they ask questions in the forum?
I'd like to know what everybody thinks about these movies and even like the new actors and all this stuff and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Oh, anything you guys have to say, let us know.
Oh, jeez.
We're talking about comic book movies. Nicolas Cage.
What?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. Yeah, but here you got an actor that's super into comic books, and
that doesn't mean they're going to be good at it.
Well, true.
I think he wanted to play Superman at one point.
He was cast to be Superman at one point.
Yeah,
and then funding for the movie got pulled. They're actually making a documentary now about how that movie was supposed to be made and how it got pulled.
There hasn't been a good Superman movie in a long time.
I don't think there's ever been a good Superman movie.
No, 78 with Christopher Reeves. I think that was probably the best.
Yeah, Superman.
Superman 2 I was always very fond of as a kid growing up.
It was a good origin story.
What did you call Christopher Reeves before he got in his horse accident? Christopher Walken.
Good night, everybody.
That's horrible.
Oh, my God. So, our actor of the week is Nicolas Cage. His real name is actually...
I did not vote on this. He's a Coppola, yeah?
Yep. Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Before we continue, looks like we got a caller from the... Ooh, we did. Never mind. Young Us, no! Call back, please.
Oh. Like, whoops, wrong number, sorry.
Hey, is this pizza delivery? Can I get a pepperoni pie?
Oh, God.
Man.
Nicolas Cage, where were we? Oh, yeah, well, going back to Superman, I will say that Superman 2 was also it was pretty good, not nearly as good as the first one. But come on, everybody when they saw the movie were imitating Zod and going, Kneel!
Kneel before Zod.
You think the new Zod is much better though? You guys, you saw Man of Steel, right?
No.
Nope.
God. All right. I forget what was his name? I'm gonna look this up. You guys speak amongst yourselves about
topic.
Superman versus
in Man of Steel. Discuss. Is he super? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying? I couldn't hear you. You were cutting out.
I'll give you a topic. Superman. Is he super or man? Discuss.
I guess he's really neither because he's an alien, so he's not a man. And where he comes from, he's actually quite average, so there's nothing super about him.
Yeah. In fact, he's actually pretty weak on a cloudy day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
He's pretty weak on a cloudy day. That's funny.
No, because most of Superman's energy comes from the sun.
Who played Zod in the new movie?
Apparently, this is taking Craig 20 years to look up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Zod. I can't find the movie right now.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I know. I failed. I'm sorry, guys.
Hang on.
Type in Man of Steel, IMDb, click the link, scroll down. General Zod is played by Michael Shannon.
Okay.
Michael Shannon. Thank you. Yeah, that's the guy with he was all bug-eyed. I thought he was good, but I think the script really killed him. You know what I mean? It was really just it was just one-liners. The whole movie was just one-liners.
Oh, jeez.
I just don't. All right, I don't see the angle between Batman versus Superman. Why is it versus? What does Batman have against Superman?
Well, because people like versus movies. It was the whole thing, like we had Alien versus Predator and Jason versus Freddy, and we're just continuing that trend. As from my understanding, there's not even going to be a huge fight between Batman and Superman in this. It's going to be more like they're on the same side. Maybe they won't agree on some things, but it's not going to be like a Mortal Kombat battle.
Oh, that kills me. I hope they change the title.
Good.
I was going to change that logo.
Oh, God.
Everybody wants them to. Nobody's happy about this movie. What they do, are they?
Oh.
Nobody likes the actor. Nobody likes the logo.
Yeah. Oh, and looks like we got that call back. It's an 845 area code. Caller. Hang on a second. I'm bringing him in. Caller, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Who we got here?
This is Brian. I'm from 845.
Hey, Brian from 845. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good. I was just listening to you guys about the original Batman movies, and I have to say I'm not a fan. I think Batman and Robin was absolutely terrible. Other than the Michael Keaton ones.
Yeah, well, I think the general consensus was Michael Keaton was probably the best Batman.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, Christian Bale, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely, I think he held up, but all in all, I think Michael Keaton helped it out.
Christian Bale really made his own Batman, and I think another problem with this whole Ben Affleck situation is everyone is expecting Ben Affleck to play Christian Bale's Batman, and that's what he can't do. Ben Affleck has to go and play his own Batman, just as everyone who preceded him has before him. Every Batman has been different. That's why we have people who are so passionate about their opinions of who they think is the best one. It's just like James Bond. A lot of people have a different opinion, but everyone has their favorite James Bond because they've all done it so differently.
See, I agree. When you guys, I don't know who said it, but I mean, everyone has their own. I don't know. I think right off the bat, I was completely against him playing the new Batman, but the director, you know, the producers, the writers, they all have their own, you know, they're going to make it. You know, he's a great actor, Ben Affleck, but, you know, it's really up to the writers, I think. But, I don't know. I'm definitely curious. I also heard you guys, the new Superman. I was a huge fan of that one. I hear a lot of back and forth about that one. So, I don't know. This whole new movie is going to be up in the air for me. I'm not sure.
I thought it was a really great Dragon Ball Z movie.
I agree with that.
It was just wanton destruction. They just destroyed everything. I mean, it was a fun movie. It was like a roller coaster ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually just gave me. I mean, the one thing I didn't like was the I don't know, the close-up scenes of the ads first thing in the movie. I think it was unnecessary and the overly U.S.
Wow, no, I
the American thing.
Yeah, the Sears building. Oh, and all the imagery of Christ.
Yes,
like the guy.
They overdid that.
Oh my God, they made him look like he was hanging off the cross, that one scene, and just they made him look like Jesus through the whole movie. Then he was then he was in the church, that one scene where he was in the church. And they had like the stained glass windows and it was funny. It was just ridiculous. I thought it was a little too much.
Yeah, I agree. The second time I saw it, it's usually how it is. I always go see the superhero movies twice, but usually the second time I see it is when I can get a real opinion about it, and I could definitely watch it again and point out 1,000 things wrong. And I feel like it was a little bit longer than it should have been, but
I agree totally.
Think that was
way too long. Yeah, I thought that movie dragged on after a while. When I thought it was going to end, it would have been a perfect spot. Like, and then they were like, "Oh no, we got a kung fu fight again." I don't know.
But, thank you. I got to run, but I just want to say another TV show I think everyone should check out is Hell on Wheels. It's a little bit out there. I mean, there's a lot of other better shows to check out, but I just started getting into that one. I think the Western, everyone I think might enjoy it.
What's Hell on Wheels? What's Hell on Wheels about?
It's just an old Western. If you guys ever played Red Dead Redemption, it's almost exactly like the game.
I think I saw it.
It's like they brought John Marston to life.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I think I saw it. What's that on? That's on AMC or?
Yeah, it's AMC. I feel like, I don't know, they've been doing pretty good. Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. They got this out now. Let's see what's next.
Yeah, Walking Dead. You're into Walking Dead still, right?
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a good show. You guys watch Walking Dead at all?
Yeah. I think the caller had to go, though, so I don't want to delay him too long.
Okay.
But thank you for calling in, Brian.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good night, Brian.
Okay. Yeah, that's some other shows I'm going to have to check out, too. And you guys were mentioning about James Bond a few moments ago. Just get this out of the way. Roger Moore.
Here.
Pierce Brosnan.
I agree.
Pierce Brosnan.
Moore.
Yeah, totally Pierce Brosnan for me.
Pierce
that's
Brosnan.
probably because I who I grew up with, which is probably why I hold a lot of favoritism for Michael Keaton as Batman as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when I picture James Bond, I picture Pierce Brosnan. He looks like what I think James Bond should look like.
Yeah, he just looks the part, and it was GoldenEye, correct?
Mm-hmm. He did GoldenEye. He did Tomorrow Never Dies. He did what was the one before GoldenEye? Die Another Day. No, but what was the one before GoldenEye?
No, GoldenEye was his first one.
That was the first
one.
Was
it? Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, GoldenEye. That's a classic movie, in my opinion. I love that. I like the new James Bond though. Casino Royale was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Another good Bond actor, George Lazenby.
Didn't he have, like one movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still good.
That was actually, you know what? That actually is. I happened to catch it one day during a Bond marathon, and that's when I first learned about that George Lazenby. I was actually quite impressed with that movie. That was a good one. I don't even remember the name of it, but I got to say I was impressed with his acting there. One of my favorites though was A View to a Kill.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yep, that's the one.
That's it.
When did that come out?
Oh,
1969.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Oh, he was right after
After Connery.
Yeah, Connery.
Yeah, I think he was the bridge between Connery and Moore.
Yeah.
Well, Connery came back and did one.
It's hard to top Connery.
Yeah,
though.
Connery did one more after Lazenby.
Yeah, he did Never Say Never.
Yeah.
I think right?
From Russia with Love was really good.
You know what's funny? You ever go back and watch those old ones and you see like they're like, oh, this is like the space age technology. It's like you look at it like, wow, it's so lame.
It's like watching Austin Powers.
There was that Moonraker where they're like spending all the time in the silos and
yeah.
Oh my god.
Moonraker was good. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad they used the Moonraker and for the one level in the GoldenEye video game. I thought that was a nice little throwback to bring in there.
Oh, and also I just realized another good person who played Bond, and this is kind of funny, Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers. When did he play him?
Well, they actually did it was called Casino Royale, not the one that we're talking about, but this one came out there in the 60s, and this was actually a parody of the James Bond movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they all played 007.
Oh, well, if we're going to count that, then we could say Leslie Nielsen played Bond, too.
No, but that was actually recognized as one of the Bond movies. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you enjoy Peter Sellers, I have to recommend Dr. Strangelove.
Yes, good one.
That's an excellent movie, and without a doubt, George C. Scott's funniest role ever. I mean, you just gotta watch the man's facial expressions. That's a great movie to anybody who has not seen it.
Now, according to what I'm reading here, Casino Royale, Bond was played by David Niven, not Peter Sellers.
Well, it was a group of people, and Peter Sellers was one of them.
What?
It was a group of different Bonds?
It was just an organization, and I'll just give you guys a Cliff Notes version of it. And David Niven, he played Bond, but what happens is that these group of people trying to keep him protected. So they all went ahead and they said that they were 007 because they were trying to protect David Niven, David Niven's character.
Oh,
interesting.
That's confusing.
It's a little confusing, but it's a comedy. It's really funny, and Woody Allen's in it.
Okay,
that's good.
You got to be a Woody Allen fan.
Yeah, I'm not too. I don't really like Woody Allen all that much.
Well,
I don't really like his humor. Truthfully, I think it's kind of. Yeah.
Well, moving on to the actor of the week.
Yeah, going back to Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
I can't stand him.
You can't stand Nicolas Cage.
I just, no.
Do me a favor, man.
Two movies I liked that I've seen with him in it. I've seen a lot of his movies. Raising Arizona,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
and then my personal favorite director, David Lynch, Wild at Heart. Those were two good movies.
Okay.
Have you seen National Treasure?
No.
National Treasure was amazing. What about Lord of War?
Why is National Treasure amazing?
It was just the perfect adventure movie. It's a great just sit down popcorn flick.
Now it's a mystery movie too, isn't it?
Yeah. The basic premise was he I guess he's been searching for the answers to this mystery for where it's really hard to explain. He's got to find basically hidden treasures that were hidden by the Freemasons back in the Revolutionary War. And he just goes through the whole movie, and it's just...
I'll give it a shot one day myself. It's one of those movies I meant to see because I heard good things about it. I have a lot of problems with past Nick Cage.
What about the sequel?
I never saw the sequel, but I know I really enjoyed the first one.
Weren't there 3 of those movies?
Oh, maybe.
I thought there were 3. I could
the IMDb.
I only see one sequel, Book of Treasures.
Yeah. Did you guys see Lord of War?
No, I actually haven't seen that one.
That to me is my favorite Nick Cage movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he plays a gun runner, and it's actually, I don't know how true. It's pretty true, kind of based off of a true story. And he basically just sells guns to all these governments, and he gets involved in this African civil war.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty crazy. It's pretty dark, kind of gritty, and it's really a movie that you got to see. I think it's my favorite role of him. Yeah.
Well, I think we're all missing the biggest block that I think he has had his most success in. First off, Leaving Las Vegas, which he was absolutely fantastic in, even though it's a little bit of a girl chick flick type of movie, but that's good. You can go there and enjoy it and get to see some Nicolas Cage freakouts. What?
How is that a chick flick?
There's a lot of romance in it.
You're thinking of Honeymoon in Vegas.
No, I'm thinking of Leaving Las Vegas.
When I think of Nick Cage, I think of an action star, Face Off.
Well, the thing is, he's done a lot of both.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in Michael. He was in Adaptation. Mm-hmm. He's in a lot of very chick flick type movies. He's a very versatile actor. Valley Girl, even
he had
Vampire
a small role in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to talk about that.
Well, I've been trying to get a statement out here, but you guys keep talking over me. Thank you.
Sorry.
But the block of Nicolas Cage I'm referring to starts with Leaving Las Vegas, goes over into The Rock, which is fantastic movie, as we spoke about before, directed by Michael Bay, lead star of Sean Connery, but Nicolas Cage absolutely brings a lot of his talents into this movie. The way that him and Sean Connery bounce off of each other, absolutely hilarious, because you got these two over-the-top, really unique character personalities, character actors, I should even say, going against each other. Fantastic movie. Next,
The
I
Rock.
would go... Go ahead.
The Rock was really awesome, man. Sean Connery, Ed Harris. Oh, great cast in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Other one I would say is Con Air.
I was just going to say that.
Probably my favorite Nick Cage movie. It's because it's one of the few Nick Cage movies where you get to see him play the hero, like a real hero.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun in that movie. A lot of good one-liners for Nick Cage, like when the one guy comes up and he's like, "Do you know what I am?" Nick Cage is like, "Ugly all day." Such a good put down. And of course, the best quote in the movie: "Put the bunny back in the box." And then he punches the guy and knocks him outside of the plane to his death. And he's like, "Why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?" Very funny stuff. And of course, Face Off, his dueling movie with John Travolta, where he actually got to play both a good guy and a bad guy. So we got to see a lot of the versatility that Nicolas Cage has. And the movie starts with him dancing around in a priest's outfit and grabbing the ass of a choir singer and making this hilarious Nick Cage face that only Nick Cage can make.
Yeah. I thought that was a really good plot. Very, very original.
Mm-hmm.
John Woo directed that, interesting enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any thoughts about those movies? Anyone else want to take over there?
I was also going to say he made a brief appearance in Grindhouse. There was one of the fake trailers in between the main movies. It was Werewolf Women of the SS, and at one point in the trailer, the announcer goes, "And Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu."
Yeah, I never saw Grindhouse.
Oh my gosh, you got to go see it. It was one of the coolest damn movies I've ever seen in my life.
Those are pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. But National Treasure 3 is not out yet. It's actually...
That's a Robert Rodriguez movie, right?
Grindhouse, it's a Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino movie.
I think they've done, like, other people have done other Grindhouse movies now.
Rob Zombie wrote for this movie, too.
And Nick Cage played that part as a favor to Zombie.
Oh, okay.
Because they're good friends like that.
Rob Zombie's got a sick mind when he writes horror movies, like House of a Thousand Corpses. And,
hated that movie.
You hated that movie?
I fucking hated it.
So you didn't like Devil's Rejects either?
That's it.
Devil's Rejects was a little bit better as far as action. The problem is the first one, House of a Thousand Corpses, was just a gore porn movie.
That's all it was.
No.
It was a Marilyn Manson music video.
No. That was a great movie, House of a Thousand Corpses.
It was good. Like I said, I liked Devil's Rejects a lot more.
The Devil's Rejects is still a good movie. I just think House of
Tutti fucking fruity. Yeah.
My gosh. And of course, who remembers the movie 8mm?
I never saw it. How about Ghost Rider? Man, what a great movie.
Yes, that was good.
No.
And
You got more to say about Ghost Rider?
Not really. It's an awful movie. It was just bad.
Did anybody ever see Drive Angry?
No. Wait, was he in Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. That was a great movie.
Him and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I thought it was a good little crime movie. Little heist movie. Those are good every once in a while.
There's a movie where his brother was kidnapped in order for him to be rescued. Nick Cage and Angelina Jolie and a bunch of other characters had to steal all these expensive cars in order to get his brother back.
Gone in 60 seconds?
In 24 hours, yeah, that was the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
So, let me read you this synopsis, and you tell me what movie you think I'm talking about.
All right.
A former crime expert frantically searches for his missing daughter who has been kidnapped.
Taken?
No.
It's a Nick Cage.
Stolen. Not taken. It's stolen. I have a particular set of skills, and I'm not afraid to use them.
You know what? I like that movie a lot. The sequel was more of the same, but it was
Stolen
good.
or Taken?
Taken.
The sequel to Stolen. Stolen-er.
And the third movie, Given Back.
Lost.
In the fourth movie, here's your change.
Misplaced.
Lost and Found.
Well, see, Stolen and Taken could be a part 1 and part 2, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it should be again.
Stolen again.
Let's see, another good Nick Cage movie. I've seen quite a few of them myself.
Raising Arizona.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love John Goodman.
If you guys never seen, well, and I can't stress this enough, if you haven't seen Wild at Heart, I highly recommend when we're done, go watch it.
What movie?
Wild at Heart.
Huh.
It's a 1990 movie. It's directed by David Lynch, so it's going to be a little eccentric, I guess. But it was before David Lynch started getting really weird. Well, weirder.
I don't know how much weirder you could get.
Have you seen Mulholland Drive?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that bad, huh?
Go watch it and then tell me what happened, because I don't know. I watched it multiple times going, what the fuck? That and the other one that he does, I forget the name of it. We're not talking about David Lynch, but Wild at Heart is good. Only because Nicolas Cage plays a guy who's like obsessed with like Elvis, and he does like a really good job.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome.
It has Laura Dern in it and William Dafoe.
Oh, William Dafoe.
What?
Yeah, he's a great actor. What was that? Saints. Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. That's a great movie.
He was great in that. Bangkok Dangerous. That bad, huh?
I just love that title.
Bangkok Dangerous is awesome.
Is that a Nick Cage movie?
Yeah, it is a Nick Cage movie.
Never. It's funny though, because he's also been in movies like, I'm trying to think of that other one that he was in. Did you ever see Firebirds? It was the one about the helicopters.
No.
It was about Apache helicopters.
That's so funny. He does all those movies, and then he has City of Angels with Meg Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I walked out of the theater that way.
Did you?
Well, I went to go see it with my girlfriend at the time. This was back in 90, whatever.
98.
98. And we started watching it, and we were like, this fucking movie is horrible. It was her idea.
Of course it's her idea.
No, it was her idea to leave.
Oh, her idea to leave?
I mean, like, she's a Nick Cage fan.
Oh.
And then, as we were watching, it's like, oh, let's leave.
And the weird thing is he did that right after he did that trilogy of awesomeness he did with The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off. The first movie he did immediately after is City of Angels. It's like, yeah, I've been taking too much ass lately. Now I got to tap some of that ass.
Well, yeah. I would give Meg Ryan. That's cool.
At this point, Meg Ryan was cute. It was right after she did You've Got Mail. She was a pretty big actress at the time.
Oh yeah. But I just don't. Nick Cage in a slow movie to me is just. I really enjoyed his role in Kick-Ass.
Yes, I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
I gotta put that on the must-see list.
Yeah, you really do. That's a great movie. It's just a movie about guys pretending to be superheroes.
And what did Nick
Cage?
But they
kind of are.
And why do you like it?
What's that?
What did Nick Cage do, and why do you like it?
He played a character that was kind of like Batman, kinda.
Mhm.
And he was just he's just Nick Cage, you know, in his most Nick Cage-ness. But he was just a badass, like he just kicked so much ass, like literally.
You know, Nick Caginess.
Yeah, it's all his Nick Caginess.
Well, he's a character actor, and more often than not, he's just playing himself in whatever he's cast in. Like, just run the cameras, let Nick do his thing. Oh, he's going to do the bug eye now? Okay, well, there we go.
He was the voice of Speckles in G-Force. It was that Disney movie about all these gerbils.
What?
Yeah. Speckles in G-Force? That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
Sounds like a porno.
That does sound like a porno.
Yeah.
Speckles. You know, I've seen that movie a bunch of times. I guess I don't remember him being
You've seen G-Force a bunch of times?
I have kids. You have kids. You'll get tired of Disney anime. Trust me. And I know that wasn't Disney anime, but I'm just saying. I've seen those Garfield movies more times than I care to remember.
We will pray for you, my man. We will pray.
That's right. They're getting older now. I've showed them the way. And now they watch. It's funny, when I first married my wife, I said, "Do you ever show the boys Star Wars?" She said, "No." I said, "Are you kidding me?" So I sat them down one day and we watched, over the course of a weekend rather, all 6 movies. And I never thought I'd say it, but I actually got really sick and tired of watching Star Wars because that's all they watch for like the next 6 months.
You never get sick of watching Star Wars.
Well, you know what? They killed me because my one son, who is autistic, he watches the first one over and over, episode 1, over and over.
You gotta learn all. You gotta learn all the dialogue, man.
Now, did you show him the original trilogy first or the prequels?
I went in chronological order.
Oh. Yeah.
So, and the funny thing is, like, we got the episode 4, and like, this is where these movies get really awesome, and you're like, this is gay.
Yeah, you should have shown them the first one.
Where's the special effects?
They added the special effects in there, man.
But it's still over the top for episodes 1, 2, and 3. I mean,
the special effects that they added into the old movies just do not fit the movie at all.
No, they don't.
Yeah, George Lucas, whatever.
I think that's like the one thing I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well,
I was just gonna say that's the one thing about the one good thing about Disney taking the rights to to Star Wars, so that way George doesn't touch them again, basically.
Yeah, give them to us. It was like that South Park episode. Just got to get it away from them.
So pulling it back into Nick Cage here. There's one more movie that I'm shocked we went this long without talking about, and I'm going to go ahead and address this elephant that's in the room. The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man?
The Wicker Man. It's a really religious-style movie. It's another one of those where Nick Cage really showed his versatility by being kind of serious but also kind of freaking out. And it's really, really slow, and it's a tough watch, I got to say. But there's these few-second moments of glory that are absolutely worth seeing in this movie, such as when Nicolas Cage dresses up in a bear costume and runs down the Nile and punches this old lady right in the face.
Wow.
And then, of course, there's the part where they put a screen mask. They put a screen mask over Nick Cage's face, and they pour bees onto him. And you hear it in the intro for the show where he goes, "Ah, the bees, not the bees! Ah!
Oh, my God.
They're in my eyes! They're in my eyes!"
I just pulled up the poster for this movie. Man, wow, it's ridiculous.
Is this the one where they burned him at the end of the movie?
It's the one where they burned him at the end. It's just like the Wicker Man Festival.
IMDb gave this movie a 3.6 rating.
It's one of the most, like, torn apart movies in the internet community.
I know I sat through it. I guess maybe it was that day where I blocked it out.
I've never seen it.
That might be my where I got my distaste for Nicolas Cage.
The Wicker Man. I gotta look that up.
Oh man, I might watch this. I might watch this for Halloween.
Oh, I got a list a mile long. I got so many movies I want to watch and talk about on this show for October.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of horror movies. It's horror movie season too. There's probably gonna be a lot of horror movies coming out soon.
Oh, I think it was like Bravo or AMC. They do like horror movie every night.
Oh yeah, the 30 Days of Halloween, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And they do a horror movie, every night until Halloween. Which they always play. The Exorcist at the end.
Yeah. You know, again, but Nick Cage, I did like that Sorcerer's Apprentice movie.
Oh yeah, I like that movie. That was pretty cool. It's kind of like a shitty version of Harry Potter.
That one was decent. Other than that, I really haven't seen too many other Nick Cage movies.
I think we went over a lot of Nick Cage movies.
I never realized he was in so many.
Yeah, he has a very storied career.
Yeah, illustrious career.
You know what? I gotta say, what's good? Guarding Tess. Have you guys ever seen that one where he has to guard the first lady?
No.
Like
no.
Or early, it's 1994, and it's a very cute movie because like she's an old woman who's like she's widowed, but she still has the the Secret Service. Because her husband was the president at one point in time, so she still has the Secret Service following her around, and it's his job. And he is miserable because she's just a miserable, old, widowed woman. Watch it. It's cute. Watch it with a chick.
Watch it with a chick.
It's more of a chick flick. It's like a happy. It's not because it's not a romantic comedy, but it's more of like a happy-go-lucky, ending. And it's funny how they play off each other. Oh, and I want to say Kiss of Death. Was that the one with David Caruso?
Oh,
yes.
God.
Did you guys ever see? Because David Caruso had that 3-movie career after he left whatchamacallit.
No.
he made Kiss of Death, and he made some other movie called Jade, and he made some other movie, and they realized you actually suck as a big-time movie actor, so you're going to go back to working on television.
Huh.
It's got Samuel L. in it.
Hey, that's a plus.
So we've just had an additional person join our conversation here. We have a regular here on the Mega Powers Network, hosts his own show over on I Got Gameplay, and appeared on Geek Speak for a long time during its first run. Mr. Michael Burhan, what's shaking, dude?
Good. I've just done the Excess Gaming podcast with Xander Scully and James Gruesome over there, helping do a bit of co-promotion for Mega Powers Network, and I got gameplay prepping up for the new show. And I've also been spending the day ordering loads of equipment. Just got a cash injection in, so I'm just getting my whole studio sorted out.
Fantastic,
Sounds
dude.
great, man.
How's things on here? What's been going on?
Well, we're at the tail end of talking about everyone's favorite actor, Nicolas Cage. You want to throw out some of your thoughts about Nicolas Cage?
Not everyone's favorite actor.
Love the bees! Ah! Cage is badass. I think with Nicolas Cage, he's one of those guys that has... he has a very varied portfolio. So he has some great movies, like The Rock, for instance, if you want to, not the... Mm-hmm. Dwayne Johnson, I'm talking about the actual movie with him and Sean Connery. And he's done some really bad ones, if you look at The Wicker Man, with him and the bees and punching random women in the face, which are, especially
and
the
old women.
Yeah, it's like he's just running around looking for a kid and punching random women in the face. For me, I think he deserved to be burnt alive because he was such a douche.
Oh, man.
But you can also look at the tweeners as well with Vampire's Kiss, because that was kind of a tween. It was it was good, but it was really bad. My favorite Cage role was kind of difference between two movies: Leaving Las Vegas, which I thought he was amazing playing a drunk. He just this is my career. Going down the toilet.
He wasn't acting at all.
Yeah, it was just him, just
stumbling onto the set,
looking at his own body of work and just crying. And then if you look at City of Angels, which personal favorite mine with him and Meg Ryan.
What?
I love.
You missed the earlier conversation where I said me and my girlfriend walked out of that movie.
There's a reason why I love that movie, because there's a funny little bit where he's so childlike in that movie because he puts his head through the freaking car window where this gang is sitting in there. He's like, hello, and then they just beat the living shit out of him and steal his shoes. And it has the perfect ending as well to it. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't watched that movie yet, which I really wonder why. She basically gets killed after he drops down from heaven and becomes human. They're going to spend their life together. She ends up dying because some van comes out of nowhere while she has her eyes closed on a bicycle. Where's Dace with his Dusty Rose impression?
Bicycle.
And she gets mowed down, and then he has to live the rest of his life without her and stuff. And it's kind of funny because it's like, if you look at the subtext,
more of a tragedy.
Yeah, well, if you look at the subtext of the movie, it's a real like, you look at that, this guy's striving to be with someone, and then she ends up just kicking the bucket when he gets that chance to be with her, and she falls in love with him and everything. And for that, the movie's great, and he plays his role extremely well. I'm not saying it's a good movie, but it's one of my favorites because he plays it so childlike, like he ascends to the earth and he thinks everything's all amazing the way he sees it, and then the first thing he does, he gets his shoes nicked. And crap out by Latino people, not Rey Mysterio. So that really helps drive the movie. Another one, shout out to a good movie that I thought was going to be bad, Bad Lieutenant.
We actually didn't mention that one at all. I forgot about that one.
That was a part 2 though, wasn't it? That was like a remake.
No, it was supposed to be a remake, and then it became an unofficial movie using the name sort of thing. It had some similar nods to the first movie. But it also had its own sort of parts to it, because the great thing as well is the bad guy wins. Come on, it's like he's such an asshole in this movie. He ruins everything he touches, everyone's lives, and literally just he's like a cancer in a sense. But he rises the ranks by cooperating with crooks and selling the fuckers out. And he's so good at being the asshole. He makes this new voice, this very snaky little voice he has as well. You can empathize a little bit with the character's story because of the way he ended up trying to be the good guy and ended up becoming addicted to drugs because he ended up getting injured on duty, and no one was he couldn't pay his medical bills. And he's like, well, if this is what being on the right side of the law is like, I'm going to go and try it on the other side. And he turns into a complete and utter jackass and degenerates so badly, but he still wins in the end. He still gets the win. And it's brilliant.
That's why I love Face Off so much, because you can see
that's another one of my favorites.
Asshole. He's just such an asshole.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Yeah. He's so flamboyant about it, too.
Yeah, and the great thing about it as well, that's with that movie, you have Travolta and Cage, when the roles reverse, the two guys can play it so well. It's a very well-written John Woo movie, which we don't get to see a lot of those.
No. John Travolta does a great Nick Cage impression.
And Nick Cage does a great John Travolta impression.
Yes. They work well together. I'm surprised they weren't in more movies. They haven't done, what I mean?
In fact, I would like to see more movies like that, where two actors come together and then eventually at some point in the movie they switch roles and play the other guy. I think there could be legs for movies, a line of movies like that.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of movies like that.
Movies that are not starring the guy from Juice Bigelow. What's his name?
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
The stapler.
This movie's so bad it sent Roger Ebert to hospital.
Oh. Too soon.
Poor Roger Ebert.
It literally did. They had an argument apparently over the Juice Bigelow 2, and he was like, "This guy cannot act. He is terrible." And the fact that he's friends with Adam Sandler is what's keeping his career alive.
It was the only thing. He was good as just a jump-in role, just a guy who shouts shit out.
You could do that.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he's not that funny. He's not a great comedian, and he's not a great actor, and I feel really bad for him. So he's made something out of nothing, so there you go.
Should have stayed on Saturday Night Live.
Exactly. So, he's good enough to be on Saturday Night Live.
I don't even think he was that good on Saturday Night Live either.
No, it was probably more Adam Sandler giving him the extra role. I did see a movie recently where he was in jail. I forget the name of it, but he was like a badass karate
sure it wasn't
guy.
a reality series?
No.
He had that fear of getting butt raped.
He was in jail. You seen the movie? Is that what it was? He had to, but he was like a karate kung fu expert. And he was actually trained by like David Carradine, I guess, before he died. So the movie's called
Big. I think it's called Big Ron.
Yeah, Big Ron. That's right.
Yeah, he directed it himself, and it was okay.
Oh, so he directed that. You know what? If he, I give him props for that then.
Yeah, it's one of those things. At least he didn't ask people on Kickstarter for their money to direct their project, Mr. Scrubs himself.
Well, he probably has Adam Sandler.
Oh man, Kickstarter.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, it's good if you are legitimately have a good product and don't have enough money to back it. But if you're one of these big actors, you shouldn't. I don't know. It's e-begging.
Well, all I'm saying is, if Jerry Bruckheimer goes on Kickstarter, I think we're gonna just use the will to live.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me fund my next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Okay, Jerry. Seriously. Bruckheimer begs.
It's awful.
He's going to make his pledge video the best that Kickstarter has ever seen. He's got voiceovers in a world.
That'll be a Michael Bay movie. Where there's explosions. Michael Bay is e-begging.
We need a new computer.
To give you better explosions.
We need more Megan Fox.
And gasoline.
Oh.
It's actually kind of funny. I was reading through a screenplay that Miguel Leon, one of our mainstays on I Got Gameplay, he wrote a screenplay for a show that I'm doing called This Job for Hire plug, and he actually the character in it, the antagonist, is Michael Bay. I've got to change that. And he says to one of the actresses, she goes, "Did I get the part?" And he goes, "Let's go back to my trailer. I'm going to give you the Megan Fox treatment."
Oh.
And I was just like, "Oh, Miguel." I just felt like he hates Michael Bay. That's probably what it is. I was sitting there, I was going to him, "Miguel, what are you doing? Why did you write about Michael Bay? I cannot actually put this on the screen saying that this is Michael Bay, because I'm going to get sued." So it's actually quite funny. But yeah, the whole Kickstarter thing, totally agree. And in terms of Nick Cage, for anybody, if you want to look at the greatest Nick Cage movie list, he's got a ton of great movies. He has a ton of bad movies. You just have to filter the good from the bad, and there you have the facts of life.
I think regardless if the movie is bad or good, it's still Nick Cage. Like, he's just a dynamic actor, in my opinion.
He is, and they had a recent interview with someone going to him about, you've done so many bad movies, and people have been saying to you that you've done so many bad movies. What do you think? And Cage goes, well, the reason being, you can do some projects that you're proud of, and others where you try to do the best that you can with them, but they don't get anywhere anyway. And I could agree with him, but I think he knows after reading the scripts what are good and what are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Nick Cage.
I think he'll just take anything, honestly.
Yeah, I do as well. Have you guys seen the what's it called? There's a YouTube video going around called Nick Cage's Agent.
No.
I will link that. I will put that on the Geek Speak page.
Put it on the fan page.
I'll put it on the fan page because it is hilarious. I've used it for a couple of my vids as well as a little sort of cutaway sequence, but it's so funny. The agent goes to him, he's like, "Why are you doing this to me?" And he goes, "I love acting, Gary." And he goes to him, you're this is the movie. It's about you're playing a dog that eats shit, and then you're having sex with a dog. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, "No, I'm making it up. You're a tasteless asshole. A tasteless asshole." And then behind him, there's a poster that says "Tasteless Asshole." And it's a new Nick Cage movie. It's brilliant.
All right, guys. I think I got a final story to end our Nicolas Cage block on here. And this is a news story. It broke about 2 years ago, I want to say. This is a real-life story that happened to the man known as Nicolas Cage. And I'm just going to read this article directly. This is off of HuffingtonPost.com. Nicolas Cage has played his share of bizarre roles. He's played 2 of himself in Adaptation, a hero with a flaming head in Ghost Rider, a magic man in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and John Travolta in Face Off. But nothing could compare to the weird dude that gave him a rude awakening just last night. Promoting his upcoming film Trespass at the Toronto International Film Festival, Cage told reporters about his own experience with the issue. It was 2 a.m. I was living in Orange County at the time and was asleep with my wife, he said. My 2-year-old at the time was in another room. I opened my eyes, and there was a naked man wearing my leather jacket, eating a fudgesicle, standing in front of my bed. You guys don't find this weird?
That was
pretty
actually,
normal day in the life of Nick Cage.
That was actually me, so no.
So some guy either broke into his house while he was naked, or went into Nick Cage's house and then proceeded to take his clothes off, walk around this house, found his leather jacket in the closet and put it on, was just walking around with Nick Cage's leather jacket, went to his freezer and grabbed a fudgesicle, and then went to the end of Nick Cage's bed and just sat there eating the fudgesicle, staring at him sleeping.
It's probably Bill Murray.
That probably would be Bill Murray, actually. He's the kind of guy who goes in, gets a French fry, eats it, looks at you and says, "No one will ever believe you," and then walks off. He's probably gone back to Nick Cage, eating Nick Cage's popsicle and going, "Are you up for this?" Cage just looked, "I'm gay!" Bill Murray's in my house? And then Bill's like, "No one will ever believe you," and then walks off.
Oh, God. That's the best story I've ever heard in my life.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray haunts Nicolas Cage for the rest of his life.
That should be a movie. And I want the guys who wrote Zombieland to do it.
Yeah, right.
Think how good that would be.
I think they're busy, getting rejected by Amazon.
Starring Michael Cera as Nicolas Cage.
And Nicolas Cage as Bill Murray.
Oh. Wow.
Around the house with his worst Bill Murray impression.
Oh. So, yeah, that's our show, guys. Thanks for that little story, Mike. That was very interesting.
Slightly disturbing.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for coming on the show, Michael Burhan.
You're welcome, guys. I've been striving to come back on this show for ages. It's just like trying to get the time between, not being half dead and ill.
Well, you're definitely welcome on the show anytime you like.
Can't wait to do it again.
All right, awesome.
All right, you want to get some plugs out of the way before you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to plug anything, your other shows or websites? Michael Burhan.
Oh, okay. www.nerdgenius.com, fanboysanonymous.com for everything nerdy. I got gameplay, 11 p.m. special start time this week, and we're going to have special guest Rob Man from the Happy Console Gamer, and we're going to be discussing Mega Man and Mighty Number 9. So, guys, make sure you call in. The number's the same as this one, 760-512-7247, or by clicking the Skype button. You get to talk to Rob Man live and discuss all the things Happy Console Gamery. And also check out episode 2 of This Job for Hire, debuting on the 30th, this Sunday as well. Same basically my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/TheNerdGenius. I have loads of other things going on, but we can wait on that for another day, of course, because we want to make sure we can get everybody's plugs in here, peeps. And also, thank you guys for your continuous support of Mega Powers Radio.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Travis.
I'll go next. This past weekend, I just uploaded the latest episode of Rose Colored Reviews. It's all about Mega Man, which seems kind of fitting for the upcoming I Got Gameplay episode. And I'm going to be working on another episode this week, and it's going to be about a certain British comedy that's gotten pretty popular here in the United States. I'm not going to reveal what it is until the episode comes up.
Ooh.
Suspense is killing me.
Can I guess? Right. Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Red Dwarf.
Damn you.
Wow.
Wow, you just let it go like that, huh?
Damn you.
You know what? I love that show.
I love it too, and I'm going to talk all about it.
River is one of my favorites.
But anyways, I'm going to talk about that show. Now, figure something else to talk about next week. Anyways.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm going to be talking about Red Dwarf. But anyways, continuing, check me out on YouTube. I got 3 episodes of Rose Colored Reviews, the show where I take a look at classic TV shows, movies, and video games, and through rose-colored lenses, see if they still stand the test of time. You can also find me on Facebook under Travis.Scott.3, or just look up Travis Scott. It's a lot easier. Follow my Twitter handle at TravisScott79, and I also am a regular on I Got Gameplay. And check out fanboysanonymous.com. I got some articles there as well. And let me see, was there anything else? Nope, I'm good.
David, do you have anything to plug? Or
nothing new this week, actually. Just keep tuning in to Geek Speak, people. That's about it. If anybody wants to join me on the PSN network, Albar75, same goes for Xbox 360 Live. That's my handle. If anybody wants to join me, challenge me to a game of Magic or something, I'm all up for it. You'll probably win, so.
I suck at that game. You'll probably beat me.
I'm pretty horrible.
I'm beyond horrible. My little 2-year-old son beats me.
Oh,
I don't know how. He just does.
How do you form that strategy?
Yeah, I'm just like sitting there going, how did you? You just cleared my deck in one go, and he's just like sitting there trying to eat his own toe. Don't get it.
I don't know. But, Mr. Payton, would you like to plug anything this week?
Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm the president of operations here at Mega Powers Radio, and I just want to push everything we have going on here at Mega Powers Radio. You can do that just by checking out megapowersradio.com, facebook.com/megapowersradio, or you can check out all our archive stuff at Mega Powers Radio on YouTube. And, we got lots of stuff on here. There's wrestling shows on Monday night following Raw, Thursday night keeping kayfabe, Daceman show on Wednesdays, Saturday night I Got Gameplay, as Burhan had said. This Sunday, in fact, we have the return of Otaku Nation, where we're going to be talking about anime and manga and whatever else is associated with those worlds. And we have stuff going on pretty much every night of the week. So check them out at the aforementioned web addresses.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything special to plug this week, but I'd like you guys encourage you to check out all this stuff, and thanks for watching or listening.
Where can they check out the stuff for Geek Speak, Craig?
Well, you have the website. I don't have the.
You got it, Travis?
I was just going to say also, if you guys want to email the show, we have an email address. It is, I love saying this, GeekSack at megapowersradio.com.
Can I say the Facebook page? Can I?
Yes, you can.
Facebook.com/Geek Speak Live.
That's the one.
There you go, guys. And also, as always, you can phone in on the show. Skype us, snail mail us. You can even send carrier pigeons.
And I believe we have a Twitter page, don't we?
Yes. Geek Speak Tweets is the handle on there. At Geek Speak Tweets.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. That's the show.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
All right. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you for listening to Geek Speak Live.
And stay geeky.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm going to make him an offer, Captain.
Off the juggernaut, bitch! It's not a tumor. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
2 chicks at the same time.
I am the law!
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win. You die.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!